welcome back to Bilingual Storytime. Once again, I'm Miss Camille.
Y yo soy Isela.
And we wanted to repeat a little bit our announcements for the summer programs that we're offering this year. So we do have our program guides available. It's online, so if you want to just browse it from your computer or your phone, easy peasy, just go to the website. But we also have the physical copies that will be available to pick up at all 3 branches of the library starting this afternoon. You can get a couple other things too while you're at it, like this cute little bookmark with information about summer reading kickoff, June 5th, outdoor in person. We're excited to see you. And also the Monday morning performers for this year. And you can pick up your reading log, of course, so that you can log your hours of reading or other related activities and earn prizes for it.
Entonces, si ustedes vienen a una de las bibliotecas, tenemos unas cosas para ustedes que puedan recoger, el guía de programas, y porque no queremos que se pierdan los programas que tenemos este verano, especialmente nuestros programas de lunes que van a estar muy padres, y tenemos nuestras tarjetas de lectura porque queremos que ustedes lean este verano y tenemos premios, entonces no se quieren perder nada de las cosas que anunciamos hoy.
Yeah, we're really excited to see all of those programs. So what else? Were there any other announcements, or should we get into our song?
I love today's song.
Okay, so today we read a book called Calm Down Time, Momento para Calmarse by Elizabeth Verdick with permission from Free Spirit Publishing. And we sang If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands, but we do other emotions too. So if you didn't catch it in the first video, we are going to do it again. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're scared and you know it, hide your eyes. If you're scared and you know it, hide your eyes. If you're scared and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're scared and you know it, hide your eyes. If you're sleepy and you know it, close your eyes. If you're sleepy and you know it, close your eyes. If you're sleepy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're sleepy and you know it, close your eyes. If you're surprised and you know it, say oh my, oh my. If you're surprised and you know it, say oh my, oh my. If you're surprised and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're surprised and you know it, say oh my, oh my. All right, so now we're going to do our craft. So I showed y'all a minute ago, we do have this little feelings plate. Let's call it that, because it's kind of hard to come up with a name for this. But it's basically just, you've got all of the facial features and they've got brads that are attaching them, so you can turn them every which way. You can move them if you want to change the emotion. So I'm moving it now from sad to happy. And I can turn around these little things on the cheeks so they aren't tears anymore. They're just little pink cheeks, little happy pink cheeks. Yeah. So he went from sad to happy. That's a better resting face, I think. So the way that we make this is we'll go through the materials again. We've got these cardboard circles. Y'all can use paper plates if you want to, and that will also work. We've also we need scissors, toothpicks, brads, pipe cleaners, and markers, and paper.
Entonces, muy rápido, nosotros estamos usando esta cartulina que la recortamos en un círculo. Pueden usar un plato, papel cardstock, limpiapipas, brads, que son estos aquí, palillos, marcadores y tijeras.
So the first thing that we need to do is draw our facial features on our piece of paper. You can use different colors of paper, but we're just using different colored markers. And I encourage drawing them kind of in the formation of a face on your paper, just so you can make sure they're the right size to fit on your paper plate or your circle or whatever you're using. So we need eyebrows, eyes, a nose, a mouth, and circles for cheeks.
Entonces todas las cosas que están en la cara, cejas, ojos, nariz, la boca, eso lo vamos a dibujar.
And remember, especially when you're doing like the eyebrows, they do need to be thick enough that a brad can go through the middle without it like being, you know, too narrow and breaking the paper.
Entonces yo estoy dibujando las cejas.
I'm doing some thick eyebrows.
Las cejas están gruesas.
Yeah.
Queremos que nuestro plato esté medio cejón para que se pueda ver.
Yeah. I don't really have very thick eyebrows, so this is not a self-portrait. Okay, so I did my eyebrows. It's just 2 brown rectangles is what I did. I'm gonna draw the eyes. I have green eyes, so I've got my green marker that I'm gonna use. And for this, you can just do circle eyes if you want to, but I kind of like doing them more of like the, I don't know what you call that, kind of the oblong shape, just because once they're on, you can move them and it makes the expressions look a little bit clearer.
Yo los voy a hacer también un poco grandes para que lo puedan ver. Wow, he looks so happy and surprised too.
He's happy and he knows it. He's clapping his hands. I did the eyes a little bit wider this time because I felt like my eyes were a little bit small on that first one.
Yo digo como una almendra.
Yeah, almond shaped. That's a good way of describing it. That's the word I couldn't come up with. You want a little nose, just a little triangle will work. You can make it look more like a nose if you want, but we're just doing little triangles. And I'm gonna draw my circles for the cheeks.
La nariz es un triángulo. Levantamos haciendo ahora los cachetes. Pueden hacer su nariz y todas las cosas de la cara como ustedes gusten.
I'm gonna do a bright pink mouth. And the mouth is just not quite, it's kind of a crescent shape. I would say semicircle, but it's a little bit like thinner than that. This looks so funny when it's just on the paper. I hope I didn't make mine too big. I guess we'll see.
I hope you guys liked today's book. I really enjoyed it.
There he is.
Miss Camille, ¿qué le gusta hacer a usted para calmarse cuando está, tuvo un día un poquito mal, está triste o enojada?
So what I do to calm myself down, if I'm mad, I usually just want to be alone for a little bit. Like it's usually best for me to kind of gather my thoughts before I talk to anybody. So if I'm mad, I'll kind of, you know, take a step away. If I'm at home, I'll pet my cats. I'll read like a light book. I like to read nonfiction, but that can stress me out sometimes. So I like to read like a light fiction book to make myself feel better. So that's usually what I do. What do you do to calm yourself down, Miss Isela?
I like to spend time with my pets. I think all of us with pets, that helps us out. Cuando yo tengo un día malo o me siento mal, no estoy enojada, voy con mi perrito, mi mascota y me ayuda.
Yeah, pets are extremely helpful. If you don't have a pet, I guess you could, you know, do one of your hobbies. Like I was saying, I like to read. Or you can just talk to a friend.
I really liked, in the book, I really liked his beanbag, his safe
Yes.
space. He had a really cute panda bear.
Oh yeah, his little calm down space was nice. It made me think of my little reading corner that I have because I have like a chair that's specifically for my little reading corner and it's very cute and I like to sit there. Makes me feel calm.
Y ahora nomás estamos recortando todas las piezas que dibujamos.
Yeah, we're using very thick cardstock, so it's a little tough to cut through.
Y voy a recortar los ojos y las cejas.
Yeah, mine's got some really wide eyebrows, but that's what I said works best because we don't want the brad to just cut all the way through. And also we want it to look expressive, you know? You want to be able to make it clear what emotion you're trying to show on your little face.
Ya casi. Está un poquito difícil unas veces recortar si están usando cardstock, pero
Yeah, but the bigger you make them, they're a little bit easier to cut out. If you're making them too tiny, it can be kind of hard. That's why I said it's good to draw them like we did, kind of in the shape of the face, so you can make sure they'll fit on your paper plate or your cardboard circle like we have. All right, so I've got all of mine cut out, and the circles need a little bit more attention because these are gonna be either tears or little just like, you know, rosy cheeks. So I'm gonna use the lightest color blue marker to draw my tears because they do kind of bleed through a little bit. So I want it to bleed through as little as possible, so I'm gonna draw it with this light Sharpie, and I'm gonna pass that to you, Miss Isela. And then on the other side, oh good, it didn't bleed through. On the other side, I'm just gonna do little red scribbles for the cute little rosy cheeks. All right, so while we finish coloring, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna poke a hole through each of my little cardstock facial features. This will just make it easier for the brads to go through. So in the eyes, you wanna make, I'm using a toothpick for this. Through the eyes, you wanna make your hole, it's kinda hard to do, right through the middle of the pupil. I broke the toothpick. Doing great. I broke another toothpick.
No tenemos suerte hoy.
No. Oh, there we go, that one worked.
Estamos usando los palillos para hacerle un agujerito a todas las cosas que dibujamos.
It may even work better if you can to use like the tip of a sharp knife. Get an adult to help you. There we go.
Está un poquito difícil, entonces un adulto los va a tener que ayudar.
I'm glad I brought lots of toothpicks. Because I'm breaking them trying to get them through. We're using especially thick cardstock though. You won't have this problem if you've got an even slightly thinner cardstock or just normal paper. How are you doing, Miss Isela?
Aquí la llevo.
You know what I'm gonna do for the eyebrows? I'm gonna fold them and I'm gonna take my scissors and just do a tiny little snip.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit easier. That's another option if you don't want to go the toothpick route. There we go. All right. Oh, I don't quite have all of them. I still got to do with the cheeks / teardrops. You want your hole to be near the top because we're actually going to attach those a little bit differently than we're going to for the other ones.
Esto es lo más difícil, pero ya que tengan un agujerito en todas las partes, está muy fácil.
Yeah, once you've got the hole punched in each thing, it's gonna get a lot easier. I'm missing an eyebrow. Where did it go?
My eyebrow broke.
Oh no, I was just turned over and I didn't see it. That's okay. Okay. So now we want to kind of establish where these are going to go on the plate. And once again, it's good to poke a hole in the cardboard so that the brad has an easy time getting through. And so I'm just going to kind of put my facial features where I think they're going to go, and then I'll poke a hole where I'm going to put them. So I'm poking the holes now for eyebrows. I'll do holes a little bit. I'll show y'all. There's the eyebrow holes, kind of near the top, and then the eye holes just barely underneath. The cardboard is actually easier to poke holes in than the cardstock is, at least for us. So I've got eyebrows and eyes, and then the nose is going to be in the middle. The cheeks are going to be kind of off to the side of where the nose is. And then the mouth is going to be closer to the bottom. So you can poke all those holes. It kind of looks like this once you got all of them poked. And now we're gonna press the brads through. It's easiest to press a brad through the little facial feature and then stick it through the hole in the cardboard. And of course you gotta kind of spread the backs open so that it stays put.
Esto me recuerda, no sé por qué, a Mr. Potato Head.
It is kind of like Mr. Potato Head.
Putting all the pieces together.
That's funny. We should have like little hats that we could put on him.
Maybe his happy hat.
Mr. Emotion Head is what we're making today.
Ooh.
I do think, so I got this idea online, and I do think it's a little bit funny that the nose is also movable. Because I don't know about y'all, I don't know if my nose expresses much when I do different faces, but if you're doing like surprise, then you can kind of put it off center, I guess.
How's it looking?
Wow. So you are gonna attach everything with Brad's except your cheeks and tears. Those attach a little bit differently, and we're gonna get to that. But right now, I've got I've got everything so far. I think he looks good.
Oh, se mira feliz.
I know, yeah. I've got him at a happy face right now. And see, since the eyes are kind of almond shaped, I can move them a little bit to keep him in that happy expression. So while Missy Isela finishes putting the last couple of things on with the Brads, I'm gonna show y'all how to attach the cheeks. So you need pipe cleaners. I would cut them about into thirds. That works best. That's like a good amount of pipe cleaner. Missy Isela, I'm gonna give you a couple of these. And once you got them cut, you're going to thread a pipe cleaner through the little hole at the top until it's about halfway through. You're gonna bend the pipe cleaner in half, so it looks kind of like this. And you're gonna do a couple of twists of the pipe cleaner. And then kind of gather those ends together and put them through the hole. And then you can kind of spread the backs of the pipe cleaner just like you would if it were a brad. And this will allow you to change from little rosy cheeks to tears if you want to express sadness rather than anything that the red cheeks are actually good both for happiness and anger.
Yeah, or
works for both.
Are you feeling shy? Maybe
Oh
you
yeah,
blush.
a little embarrassed. All right, so I'm doing the other one. So I threaded it through. It's kind of a V shape through the top of my little teardrop. I'm gonna do a couple twists just to keep it staying put. And then we go through the little hole that we poked. If you poke the hole with the toothpick, or even like the tip of a pencil, it'll be really easy to get the pipe cleaners through.
Qué lindo.
He's got one cheek and one and one tear. I'm gonna make him make a different face. What emotion should I make him make, Missy Isela?
I think angry face. It looks
Okay,
funny.
let's try angry face.
And his cheeks are red because he's so mad.
Yes. They can either be like happy, embarrassed, or mad.
¿Cómo se ve? ¿Se ve enojado nuestro platito?
He's mad. I'm mad. You can use it as a mask. That's kind of fun.
This was so much fun.
I'm gonna switch him back to happy's pretty easy. I just flip the little mouth upside down and then do the eyebrows are very important. All right, so there's our craft for today. If y'all made this with us, we would love to see what you did. So post a picture in the comments if you did. Grab a guide and a reading log from any library that's closest to you so you can get started with Summer Reading Club. And yeah, we will